What to do when fantasy football players are game time decisions. Have you ever found yourself staring at your fantasy football lineup, unsure if a key player will take the field? Game time decisions can be nerve-wracking, but knowing how to handle them can make all the difference. Let's break down what you should do when faced with this situation. First, it is essential to monitor updates closely. Keep an eye on official injury reports, team announcements, and reliable fantasy news sources. This information can change rapidly, especially as game time approaches. Many fantasy platforms allow you to adjust your lineup right up until the moment the game begins. This flexibility is key to making informed decisions. Next, having backup options ready is a smart strategy. Look at your bench and consider players who can step in if your game time decision player is ruled out. This is particularly important for positions like running back, wide receiver, or quarterback. A non-playing starter can significantly impact your weekly score, so be prepared. Utilizing the flexibility of lineup changes is another important step. Since fantasy lineups lock only when the player's game starts, you can wait until the last possible moment to make your final decision. For instance, if you have two players competing for a flex spot and both are game time decisions, hold off on your choice until you have the latest updates. It is also important to consider the risk and reward of starting a player who is questionable. Sometimes, a player may perform well despite injury concerns. Weigh your team's needs against your opponent's lineup to decide if it is worth the gamble. Additionally, be ready to utilize the waiver wire and make add or drop moves. If a game-time decision player is ruled out just before the game, quickly activate a waiver claim or pick up a free agent as a replacement. Many fantasy leagues allow multiple waiver claims and add or drop transactions before the player's game starts. This gives you opportunities to optimize your roster even late in the week. Lastly, understand the timing of lineup locks. Your fantasy platform will lock a player's status at the moment their real National Football League game starts. For Thursday night games, you need to set your lineup earlier in the week. For Sunday and Monday games, you have more time to make decisions based on evolving injury news. Managing game time decisions in fantasy football involves staying updated on injury reports, having backup players ready, and using the flexibility of lineup changes until kickoff. This approach helps minimize the impact of uncertain player availability on your fantasy team's performance.